Hey, welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Please don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice. Grandpa's not a financial planner, and if you would, please like, share, and subscribe. So, let's see. Whoa, I think the markets are actually going right now. 8 o'clock. Yes, they are, and they're going up. So far, we're up to 415.34 is a new high for today or whatever. Um, so the white and blue lines that I talked about in my previous live stream, I was inaccurate in regard to the white line. I went back in time all the way to back when Tesla was $9.40 a share, and you're going to want to hear about that because I found out some real pertinent information both about the white line and the blue line. Um, and so at 4 p.m. each day, Eastern Time, at 4 p.m. each day, Eastern Time, Grandpa knows where the white line is going to hit or be at for the next day and where the blue line is going to be. And I've come to find out that both of these are over 99.9% accurate. I was under the assumption that the white line was not as accurate, but I was wrong. And I'm going to go through that with you and show you what I found out last night as I was doing research. Um, and so my plan for the future here is to do a live stream each day. It's going to be approximately 4:10 p.m. Every trading day, and I think we might be closed down on the 10th for Jimmy Carter's funeral. President Jimmy Carter. It's either the 9th or 10th. I'll have to check that out here tomorrow or tonight. But what I plan on covering is the first thing I'll let you know, because it's probably one of the most important things, is where that white line and that blue line are going to be for the next trading day. Because where the price is at currently at 4 p.m. or 4:10 p.m. Can give you a huge edge, especially when you're dealing with 99.9 something odds that these lines, these numbers on the white line and blue line will hit. But what I will do is I'll give you the high, the low, the close, like I always do. The range from high to low, the indexes, divergence, dominant trend. And the dominant trend right now currently is down, and we are still searching for a new bottom pivot point. Question is 373.04 our new bottom pivot point? Well, there's a chance. There's a chance it is. Grandpa don't think it is, but there is a chance that it is our low bottom pivot point. So I'm gonna, let's see, the current price now is 413.86. So they're trying to drive us up a little bit here after hours, or pre-market, I should say. I'm going to go back to the 4-hour chart here. So here's your fair opening price for Monday. It's $400.59. I do not believe we're going to hit that on Monday, but I do believe that you absolutely will hit that number 100% in Grandpa's opinion in your near future. When, I'm not quite sure, but I believe you will hit it. And like I say, I don't believe that 373.04 is your bottom pivot point. I think it's going to be lower than that, probably closer to the 350, 338 is what Grandpa really sees coming here. But Grandpa could be wrong. But what I'm going to do is come on, give you the blue line. The blue line for Monday is 454.16. Now, could we hit it? Possible. Do I think we're going to on Monday? No, but we could. But our next blue line down that hasn't hit, the closest one to us, is 435.91. Both these numbers, I believe, are going to hit. Even the 538.13, $538.13, which is my highest blue line that we've seen, I believe will hit. We have just shy of 100% odds that it will hit. They just hit, and that's the way it is. Okay, so what? Last night I just couldn't sleep, and I kept thinking, well, what's the deal with this white line? And so I went back all the way back to see how these lines work, okay? And one thing I found out that might be a little unsettling for you is that on 11/2/21, that was the day that we made our previous all-time high in Tesla of 414.50. And that's a little over 3 years ago. Well, actually, the date wasn't even that date. That's even a couple days off. But real near that time, we had a blue line high of $444. And that blue line never hit until we went up to 488 and took it out. So the previous high of 414.50 had a blue line above it of 444, and it took a little over 3 years before that blue line hit. But it hit. Virtually every one of them has hit. I can't find one that hasn't hit. None. So, I say 99.9% the blue line is going to hit at some point. Might take a while, but it's going to hit. I don't know how helpful that is. Now, the white line, however, going all the way back to 2918, all the way back to 2918. For instance, on 21118, the white line was 980, and it hit. Okay, 2 days after the low of 940, we hit at 980, the white line, and so that was. And ever since then, every white line has always hit 100% up until one white line in all the time of Tesla, going back 6 years, over 2,000 actual trading days. Only one white line has not hit. It was on 8/12/20. On 8/12/2020, and it was $92.42. It didn't hit. It missed it by the white line was actually at $93.87. So we missed it by $1.40. That is the only white line that has never hit. to date. Except for just in the most recent time period here, which is we have a white line. We have, let's see, what do we got that didn't hit? We have one at 456.86 that hasn't hit yet, and we have one at 436.36 that hasn't hit yet. Every single other white line that we've ever made has hit. Every single one. And we're down to just a handful in the blue lines. Every single blue line is hit except for the most recent history here. So we got a pretty clean sheet, pretty clean slate, and Grandpa's going to call it whoopie doopie time. That's, Grandpa's been thinking about what can we do at whoopie doopie. I like to watch that cartoon where the Indians in the cavalry, there's two Indians, and they run around and say whoopie doopie, whoopie doopie. And so I call it the whoopie doopie white line and the whoopie doopie blue line. And I hope whoopie doopie is good for you. So there's your white line, $400.59. Your blue line is $454.16, and your closest blue line is $435.91. I think we're going to have a hard time getting down to that 400, but this thing could go to 390 or 380 or whatever. We have resistance down below a little bit, support down below at 389.30. But the white and blue line, I think, can be helpful for you if you're doing some trading in Tesla. And I hope it is. I really hope it is helpful for you. One thing about it, the white line back down at $92.42. Okay, that white line. Missed by $1.40. The price went down to 93.87, and the line is down below it. The white line. Could we actually see $92.42 in Tesla stock at some point? It's crazy possible. It's crazy possible in this stock. You just never know the future. But we have one out of thousands of white lines. What we got, we have thousands of them, not hundreds. There's thousands of them, and we got one that didn't hit in the past. One. It's so close to 100%, it's scary. And the same holds true with the blue lines. You're fractions away from 100%. But we do have one. So it is possible that a white line won't hit, but it's a lot of fun. Grandpa enjoys it. Grandpa's a little crazy. I forget to trade when I'm trading because I like to look at patterns and try to figure out what they're doing. And I guess it's almost a little more of a game for me than anything. There's the supercomputer we're playing against is got to be telling us something. There, and I look for patterns, and hopefully I found some that can be helpful for all of us. So we'll see you Monday around 4:10 p.m. And hey, think about eternity once in a while. We had a super service tonight. Super duper duper. Okay. And yeah, they're hovering right around 413.57 right now for the price the way it looks. Okay, think about eternity, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.